The new Porsche Macan 2026 is here to redefine what a compact luxury SUV can be. And from the very first look, it feels like Porsche has taken everything people already loved about the Macan and pushed it into a much more futuristic direction. This is not just another premium SUV trying to look sporty. This is a vehicle that carries genuine performance DNA, everyday practicality, cutting-edge technology, and a design language that feels both elegant and aggressive at the same time. Whether you are a longtime Porsche fan, someone shopping for a luxury family SUV, or just a car enthusiast curious about what the future of performance utility vehicles looks like, the Macan 2026 brings a lot to the table. At first glance, the exterior design makes a strong impression. The front fascia looks sharper, lower, and more sculpted than before, giving the vehicle a much more athletic stance. The headlights are slim and modern, with a signature lighting pattern that instantly makes the car recognizable even from a distance. The hood lines are smoother but more purposeful, while the bumper design adds depth and character without going overboard. Porsche has clearly focused on aerodynamic efficiency, but they have done it in a way that still keeps the Macan visually exciting. It looks fast even when standing still, and that is something Porsche has always been very good at. Move to the side profile, and the Macan continues to show off its coupe-like proportions while still maintaining the practicality expected from an SUV. The roofline gently flows backward, creating a sleek silhouette that feels dynamic rather than boxy. The wheel arches are muscular, giving the vehicle a planted and confident appearance. Depending on the trim and options, the wheel designs can range from understated luxury to full-on performance-inspired aggression. Flush details, cleaner surfaces, and improved body sculpting all help the car feel premium and advanced. It has the kind of road presence that turns heads without needing flashy gimmicks. At the rear, the design is equally dramatic. The full-width LED taillight bar gives the Macan a high-tech and upscale identity, especially at night. The rear spoiler, diffuser styling, and integrated lines make the back of the car feel every bit as intentional as the front. It is not just about styling either. The overall body shape, airflow management, and chassis proportions all suggest a vehicle engineered to balance speed, stability, and efficiency. That combination is exactly what buyers in this segment want now. Something luxurious and practical, but also something that feels special every time they drive it. Step inside, and the cabin reveals how seriously Porsche takes interior quality. The 2026 Macan feels premium in the way people expect from the brand, but it also feels modern enough to compete with the latest luxury rivals. Materials appear rich and carefully chosen, with soft-touch surfaces, finely stitched panels, elegant trim pieces, and a cockpit layout centered around the driver. Porsche has always had a way of making interiors feel technical and emotional at the same time, and that philosophy is alive and well here. You can immediately tell that the driver remains the priority, but passengers are not treated like an afterthought. The dashboard design is cleaner and more digital than before, likely integrating a large infotainment display with crisp graphics, fast response times, and a user interface that looks polished without becoming confusing. In a car like this, technology needs to feel intuitive, not overwhelming, and that is where Porsche usually finds a smart balance. Expect digital instrumentation, advanced navigation, smartphone connectivity, voice control, and a connected experience that makes daily driving smoother. There is also a strong possibility that the Macan 2026 features enhanced driver assistance systems, improved camera views, smart parking support, lane-keeping aids, adaptive cruise functionality, and a full suite of safety technologies to help make the vehicle more comfortable in urban traffic and on long highway drives. Comfort is another area where the Macan stands out. The front seats are likely to offer a combination of support and luxury that makes both spirited driving and long-distance journeys enjoyable. Porsche usually designs seats that hold you in place without feeling too stiff, and that matters in a vehicle positioned as both sporty and practical. Rear passengers should get enough room for regular family use, and while the Macan is still in the compact luxury SUV category, Porsche typically makes excellent use of cabin space. Cargo capacity, foldable rear seats, smart storage, and day-to-day usability remain important strengths, which means the Macan is not just a weekend toy. It is designed to fit real life. Now let's talk about performance, because that is the heart of anything wearing a Porsche badge. The Macan has always been one of the most engaging SUVs to drive, and the 2026 version looks set to continue that tradition. Depending on the market and configuration, this new model may feature advanced powertrain options that focus on stronger acceleration, smoother power delivery, improved efficiency, and more refined driving behavior. Whether it comes with a highly tuned combustion engine, electrified support, or a full electric platform in some versions, the Macan is expected to deliver the kind of immediate response and chassis balance that separates it from ordinary luxury crossovers. What makes a Porsche feel different is not just speed on paper. It is how the steering responds, how the suspension communicates, how the body stays composed through corners, and how the vehicle makes the driver feel connected to the road. In many SUVs, performance is mostly marketing. In the Macan, performance tends to be part of the actual driving experience. That means quicker turn-in, more confidence in fast bends, stronger braking feel, and an overall sense that this SUV was engineered by people who care deeply about driving. Even someone who is not an automotive expert can usually feel that difference within minutes behind the wheel. Ride quality is also a major part of the package. A luxury SUV needs to feel smooth and refined during normal use, and Porsche has become very skilled at combining firm control with real comfort. That means the Macan can likely handle rough city roads, highway cruising, and twisty back roads without ever feeling out of place. It should be the kind of car that feels premium and relaxing when you want calm, but alive and energetic when you want excitement. That dual personality is one of its biggest selling points. Another key strength is brand value and emotional appeal. Buying a Porsche is not only about transportation. It is about the feeling of owning something that carries heritage, prestige, and engineering credibility. The Macan is especially important because it gives buyers access to that Porsche world in a more practical form. It is easier to live with than a sports coupe, more versatile than a traditional performance car, and yet still carries the spirit of the brand. For many people, that makes it one of the smartest choices in the luxury market. The new Porsche Macan 2026 also fits perfectly into the current automotive landscape, where buyers want more than one thing from their vehicles. They do not want to choose between luxury and sportiness, or between technology and emotion, or between everyday practicality and standout design. They want all of it in one package. That is exactly where the Macan shines. It brings together a premium badge, eye-catching style, modern innovation, real driving engagement, and the kind of all-round usability that makes sense for modern life. In many ways, this SUV is aimed at people who want a car that feels aspirational without becoming difficult to own or enjoy. It is for the person who wants to arrive in style, travel in comfort, enjoy a premium cabin, and still have something exciting under their right foot. It is for families who do not want to settle for boring transportation. It is for younger luxury buyers who value design and technology, and for experienced enthusiasts who still want driving enjoyment in a more practical shape. The Macan has always sat in that sweet spot, and the 2026 model appears ready to strengthen its position even further. By the time you take in the full picture, the message becomes clear. The new Porsche Macan 2026 is not just about looking futuristic. It is about bringing the future of luxury SUV driving into a package that feels cohesive, desirable, and genuinely premium. It promises style without compromise, performance without intimidation, and technology without losing the emotional side of driving. That alone makes it one of the most interesting vehicles in its class, and we are only getting started. When you go deeper into what makes the new Porsche Macan 2026 so compelling, the biggest story is how well it appears to blend emotion and logic. Some vehicles win buyers over with numbers, and others with looks, but the Macan has the potential to do both while also offering the everyday usability people actually need. That is a difficult balance to achieve. Luxury SUVs often fall into one of two traps. Either they become too soft and uninspiring, or they focus so heavily on sportiness that they forget about comfort and convenience. The Macan has traditionally avoided both mistakes, and this 2026 version looks ready to build on that formula with even greater confidence.